So here is our 18 by 18 MRT jack-off canopy. We bought it as a blank canvas so we can deck it out. So I'll just run you guys through what we plan to do with this big sucker. Start off from the outside, so holes for the jack-off legs. Luckily with this one we didn't have to put in any hooks on the tray, it just hooks straight under the tray. So that's all four sides, and then everything's able to be locked. Just went the flat alloy just for something different, so the only issue is it's quite easily marked. So we'll either get it wrapped or powder coated or scratched, either one. We just went the cheaper locks just because of budget. Spent enough already on the canopy, so we skimped on a few things, but really good quality. Happy with the MRT. All the seals are good, the welds are really nice, everything struts, everything looks real good nick. So yeah, we're really happy with how it turned out. It was the same price for a 3-door or a 2-door, so we decided to get the extra door. You can see here I've put it at the front. There's a couple of options that we're going to look at doing, but we do want to have, I guess, jerry cans and maybe a gas bottle and stuff on the back, so having the door at the front allows us to do that. The other thing I thought might work well is if I have all my 12-volt and electrics there when I'm working on it, and this is jacked off, I'll be able to open that door up and be able to work on the wires from the outside in. So that's another benefit. We went the meter high rather than the 850 or 860 I think it was, so it'd be around there. I think, yeah, the meter high obviously doesn't match up as well with the headboard, but hey, the extra height you get within the canopy itself is really handy. I think that way we can put in a bigger fridge and have a bit more space at the top here for stacking things and higher shelves and that kind of thing. So yeah, no regrets in getting the larger one. Obviously it does look a bit bigger, but yeah, I'm glad we did it in the end. So up the top we've got 3 ladder racks. It comes usually with just 2 if you ask for them, but I got 3 because of the rooftop tent, and just to get that extra support in the middle. And then these uprights are usually, I think they're about 10 centimeters high from the base. And I got it custom done at 20 just because of awnings and that kind of thing on both sides, or however we want to do it. But I think the rooftop tent will be higher again. And then if we look, the awning is going to have to sit a bit higher than them just to make over that thing, but I'll only have to extend it by a little bit. So our rough plan with this is initially we'll have a upright Bushman fridge here, taking out this, I guess, corner, this third. There will be some kind of 12-volt switches here for lighting and that kind of thing, maybe USB. I think once we get the fridge we'll have a better understanding of how far back it will need to be, because certain things will come into effect like this hinge and whatnot. But that's where the Bushman fridge will go. Then in the middle we're going to have a slide out aluminium bench and drawers, so it's going to pull out a little way, and we're going to have a cooking bench in that. That'll be roughly 800mm wide, and with a couple of drawers on top. And then as we go higher, we're not 100% sure what we're going to have here, but some kind of storage for food and whatnot. So that'll run to about roughly there. And then we're going to have a aluminium slide out pantry in this section. This will be I think 200mm wide, and I'm not sure how high, but again, we'll have to take things like this into account when we're getting it made, but currently shopping around for quotes at the moment. And that'll probably sit back about 800mm as well, similar to the bench. And that'll kind of be the whole kitchen side of things. Up here, we're working closely with Terraloom, and they've given us lighting to put along here. So we're going to have white, amber, white, and then so I'm going to install them, and then just run the 12 volt down there into our switch panel. So this whole area will be our kitchen, and then obviously going out with our 270 awning. So on the driver's side, we're going to have, I guess, more storage and stuff. Pots, pans, tools, all that kind of stuff. So our rough plan, or 12 volt will sit in the middle here. I think I want the batteries as far close to the cab as we can, and then central. There'll be fuses and everything up against here. And then there'll probably be some more switches here for lights on this side. Here will probably sit some sort of high stackable drawers, hopefully aluminium, but budget constraints may not let us go that far. But we'll try and extend and use as much of this space as we can, and allow the batteries and then the fridge, because the fridge is not as deep. Moving to here, we've probably got, there's a couple of things, whether we have like one long drawer, which is a lot cheaper than buying 2 drawers. I do want to try and stick with aluminium, though it is expensive. Steel is so heavy, so there's just a couple of things to consider there. But those big drawers will, obviously they'll have to sit the 6.5 centimeters above this, and they will slide out and they'll house all our camping gear. Same thing with the Terraloom lights up here. We're also going to put 2 Terraloom lights in there, somewhere along there. Depends where I put the lights, but also I wouldn't mind running like L brackets, able to have tables and chairs and that slide up the top, and then strap them in. That enables us to kind of get all that bigger stuff off the ground and not really have to worry about putting it on the roof rack. So still working that out, and still where I'm going to put the lights and that kind of thing. For our 12 volt stuff, we've teamed up with Projector and Nava. So we're going to have our Projector lithium DC-DC charger, Projector inverter, all Nava wiring, Nava sockets and switches, and a Nava fuse box. All the Nava switches on both sides. In the middle we'll have our Projector DC-DC charger running to our lithium battery. The lithium battery we got was Energive. We bought that from My Generator, and My Generator have also supplied us with the Bushman fridge, so they've been really great. Also getting Projector 2 160 watt solar panels. Initially, before we have the rooftop tent, I'll mount them on the ladder racks, but once I have the rooftop tent, they'll sit on there. They'll also run down here, probably come through a similar area into the DC-DC charger. We're hoping that, yeah, we can be off grid for a fair amount of time, and we'll, with the lithium setup, we'll be able to utilize the power for quite some time without running the car, and it'll be good to test it in low light and cloudy weather. We have a 100 amp hour Energive battery at the moment, and we'll probably buy another one and run them parallel, so we have double the power. But yeah, that's the 12 volt setup. So